streets will make you feel brand new. Make lights will inspire you. Let's hear it from you.
Hello, fellow YouTubians, and today is a very special day. It is the very first predictions of NFL. The regular season, the real season. That's why I'm wearing this dapper jacket. Obviously, you gotta rep the Giants. Aside from my swag, we got plenty more to get into. Last week, I actually went 11-4. Now, depending on what would have happened in the Dallas-Houston game, I could have gone either 12-4 or 11-5, but the Dallas-Houston game was canceled, so it kind of mixes things up a little bit. Not really, because it's the preseason, it doesn't matter, but after the whole entire preseason was over, my record is 31-22, as long as I'm not an idiot, as long as I didn't do any calculations wrong. I'm pretty sure I went 31-22 in the preseason, and that just goes to show 1 week can redeem me. Because I sucked for the first 3 weeks. I got one where I only got 4 wrong, and now I'm 33-22. Aside from that, you guys, if you remember last year, in this series, what we always did was we did some kind of challenge, some kind of thing for the Giants game to eliminate my bias, because I am a Giants fan, and I am undoubtedly biased, and just to make it so I don't pick the Giants every single week, I'm going to do something totally random in order to select who will win the Giants game. And this week I have an app on my phone that you can spin a wheel and you can change what the wheel choices are and whatnot. So I'm going to hold this up to the camera so you guys can see. And that will decide the Giants game, which we always do first, if you guys don't know. Okay, ready? You guys see it? It says New York and Dallas. Spin it. This might take a little while. I'm not going to cut it because then you guys think I'm cheating probably. Unless it lands on Dallas anyway, which it... Oh, freaking piece of crap. Wait. Oh. It's spun again. It did it all on its own. It still landed on Dallas. So we have that the Giants are going to lose to the Dallas Cowboys week 1, which I don't know if that's really going to happen, but the wheel says what the wheel says. Now, next week, there might be a different challenge, something similar. I don't know. I'll come up with it probably within 5 minutes of shooting the video, because I never really think about these things until I actually record them, and then it gets all weird and then I have to make something up on the spot. Like last year I said that I had to throw a shoe onto my head. No wonder the Giants lost. But let's get right into it. As you guys know, the first Thursday night game of the year, the first game period of the year, well, that would be incorrect, grammarly incorrect. The first game of the year period. That game is, it's still grammatically incorrect, but the point, you guys understand what I'm saying. The Kansas City Chiefs at the New England Patriots, obviously defending Super Bowl champs, always play the Thursday night game at home, week 1. So, I do believe that the Patriots are going to win. I really am reluctant to say that, but I do think that it might end up being a close game, and I would not be surprised if the Chiefs took it because they are looking very good this year. I'm really excited to watch them play, especially Thursday night under the lights against one of the other better teams in the NFL. Some people say they're the best in the NFL, but whatever. Next, we have another AFC East matchup. Not as exciting as the NFC East, but, you know, leave that aside. Okay, Jets at Bills. Let's see. The Jets at the Bills. Now, this is a tough one. But it is the Jets. So I kind of have to side with the Bills, but I'm my point is, remember last year the Bills like let the ball go into the end zone and they didn't dive on it and the other team recovered it in the end zone. It was a touchdown for the other team. That was the Bills versus the Jets. That just shows how crappy of a matchup this is going to be. That was last year. The Jets have gotten worse since last year. The Bills have lost Sammy Watkins, and they haven't picked up any new quarterbacks to replace Tyrod Taylor. He's still sucking. He can only run like... Oh, man, it's going to be such a crappy matchup, but I do believe that the Bills are going to win. Next up, back to the NFC East. Because that's the real East division, whatever. Eagles at Redskins. Now, the Eagles are one of those teams that are like right in the middle for me, and the same thing with the Redskins because Redskins really haven't gotten any better. Yes, they picked up Terrell Pryor, but they got rid of Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garçon. So, who do they really have at wide receiver? Jamison Crowder? I mean, you're really going to tell me that Jamison Crowder is going to be making plays and they're not just going to put like 3 guys on Terrell Pryor? No, they're going to freaking quadruple cover Terrell Pryor. And Jamison Crowder is going to be left with a safety and he's going to be a 50-50 ball most of the time. So, other than the defensive matchup, Redskins, I can't see them winning this game. Other than that, on the Eagles side, LeGarrette Blount is now with them, who was amazing last year, but I think it's going to be one of those performances where, somebody goes to the New England Patriots, which is a very good team, and the coaching is very great. So LeGarrette Blount just freaking demolished last year. I mean, granted, it was a franchise record, the amount of touchdowns that he put up, so I guess you have to give him some credit rather than just the coaching, but I do think that LeGarrette Blount will not have as good of a season on the Eagles. They also have Alshon Jeffrey, but you can't really say that he's going to do anything because he sucked last year, and he was on steroids last year, or some kind of performance-enhancing drug, and he still sucked. Like, what are you going to do? Hey, Eagles fans are like, oh my gosh, we got Alshon Jeffrey. Yeah, he was good like 3 years ago. What? Dude, you're picking up players that were good in the freaking 2000s. You can't do anything about that, man. So I do believe that it's tough, though. I think the Eagles will win because they always somehow upset, like, teams that are in their division. And I think that the Redskins and the Eagles is a pretty good matchup. And I don't know. I think the Eagles will win. Okay, so the next one that we've got is the Raiders at the Titans. Now, these are 2 teams that I am very excited about. I said that in the last video. The Titans, I am very excited about, clearly, because a lot of people are excited about them. The Titans, I think, will be one of the most overrated teams this year. I think that they could end up being a playoff team, but I'm really excited to see what they could do. I do not think that they're going to beat the Raiders because the Raiders just have too much star power. Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper, Derek Carr, what's his name, Marshawn Lynch. I forgot the freaking one of the best running backs in the whole freaking league. I forgot his name. They got Khalil Mack, Defensive Player of the Year last year. Corners, they got David Emerson. But other than that, Bruce Irvin, their defense is still okay though, right? Is it? I don't know, but Khalil Mack can wreck people, and he's basically a one-man defense. So I think that the Raiders will win unless the Titans' offense somehow overpowers them, and they're also able to stop that high-powered Raiders offense. I do think that the Raiders will win. Next up, we got the Buccaneers at the Miami Dolphins. Next up, we got the Jaguars at the Houston Texans. I don't know why this rings a bell to me, but the 2 teams that beat the Patriots or 2 of the teams that beat the Patriots in the preseason. Yes, they both beat one of the best teams in the NFL, but like I keep saying, it's the preseason, dude. The Jags can beat the Patriots in the preseason, but the Jags can't beat anybody in the regular season unless Leonard Fournette just freaking goes off, and I've been saying that, and I don't think he has yet. I don't think it'll happen week 1. I really don't think so. But it could. It could happen week 1. Really doubt it, though. I'm going to say that the Texans win this one. The Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals, at the Detroit Lions. Now, you guys know that the Lions are a big team for me. But, oh man, this is a tough one because the Lions, once again, one of those teams that it's like, how did they make the playoffs last year? Nobody knows how they made the playoffs last year. They're like, I mean, Matthew Stafford. He's just a magician. He's just a magician, man. I do think that the Lions will win this one, only just to set them up for that loss next week against the Giants. Gotta say, but I think the Cardinals could put up a very good fight against the Lions. Next, we got the defending NFC Conference champions at the Chicago Bears. So they're going to try to defend their NFC title against the Bears, and I think that they will do that very successfully. I think it will be a pretty one-sided game in the direction of the Falcons, because the Bears are going to suck because they're starting Mike Glennon, dude. Mike Glennon! Oh my gosh! And the Falcons have the best offense in the league, one of the best defenses in the league. Like, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Next, we have the Ravens at the Bengals. Division matchup, division rivalry. If I'm not mistaken, the Ravens went undefeated in the preseason. So maybe if they bring their second string out onto the field, they could win this game. But do they win it if they don't? Yes is the correct answer. The Ravens will win this game. I think that they're going to be one of those teams that can put up some good numbers. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be a playoff team this year. Will they win the Super Bowl? I seriously doubt it. I kind of want to say there's like 0 chance they're going to win the Super Bowl. But I think they could end up being a playoff team. Don't quote me on that. But well, you can because I said could. They might. There's a chance. There's a slim chance that they will be a playoff team. I definitely think that they will beat the Bengals. Next, we got the Steelers at the Browns. The Steelers. Next, we got the Colts at the Rams. Now, the Colts are probably one of the stupidest teams in the NFL, in my opinion, right now. The young quarterback, talented, really good quarterback that we drafted #1 overall. We paid him millions upon millions of dollars. Top 5 highest paid player, I believe, in the league. Definitely top 5 highest paid quarterback in the league. He's out. He's out. Which is a big problem. A freaking big problem. They're thinking, oh crap, we don't have a quarterback. Who's going to throw to T.Y. Hilton, one of the best receivers in the league? Who's going to throw to freaking Dante Moncrief? Who's going to do it? Oh, we got Philip Dorsett. One of the best, I might want to say he's one of the better slot receivers in the league. Is he a slot receiver? I don't know. He's fast. He's tiny. But he's okay. I would give him like a 50 out of 100. Maybe more than that. But like he's mediocre. He's okay. He's okay. He's good to have on the team. They're going to trade him, Philip Dorsett, for Jacoby Brissett. Two Ets. Okay? 2 sets. Alright? Traded one of the probably the best third-string quarterback in the NFL. Right? Can't you agree? That's pretty easy to agree upon. Jacoby Brissett is the best third-string quarterback in the NFL. Oh my gosh. Let's trade for Jacoby Brissett. Our #1 is not starting. We have Jacoby Brissett and Scott Tolzien. Let's play Scott Tolzien! That makes plenty of sense. Jacoby Brissett threw for like almost 400 yards or something like that in the freaking preseason game against the Giants. He also threw for like 4 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Like, he is a beast. He's an absolute beast. Just start him week 1. What better team to try it out against than the LA Rams? The Rams suck. Just try Jacoby Brissett for 1 week. If he does crappy, put him on the bench. Let Tolzien take over the show. I know you're used to that pocket quarterback, but just get Brissett on the field because you know he's good. You know he can make plays happen. It is a fact. Put him on the field. If he doesn't do good, pull him out halfway through the game. If he's doing all right, and you still think that maybe Tolzien can do better, then week 2, put Tolzien in. I'm okay with that. But I'm not even a Colts fan, and I'm getting triggered that Jacoby freaking Brissett is not getting playing time. I still think that the Colts will beat the LA Rams because that's what we're really trying to talk about in this video is the predictions, and we're not talking about the Colts in this video. But it's like, it's the stupidest decision. I still think they'll win, but it's such a stupid thing to do. Next, see now I'm all bummed out. Next, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Green Bay Packers. This matchup has got some history, man. It's got some crazy history. Obviously, you know all those shenanigans that happened in the playoff game however many years ago. All that crap that happened. It was crazy. It was some craziness, man. It was absolutely insane. I don't know who I want to win. This is such a toss-up. It's crazy. It's crazy. I want to say the Packers because I don't know. The Seahawks, they're always ready by midseason to make that late playoff run. But at the beginning of the season, what are you going to do, you know? It's the Seahawks, man. Their defense is amazing. The Packers' freaking offense is amazing. Aaron Rodgers, number 1. Jordy Nelson, number 2. As long as he doesn't get hurt, he'll be freaking amazing. He's going to ball out every year. Every year he's not hurt, he freaking balls out. Comeback player of the year, man. Can Seattle shut him down? They got like freaking 8 Pro Bowlers on their team. It's like, dude, can they shut down the Packers offense? It's going to be the Packers offense versus the Seattle defense. I don't think it's going to be the Seattle offense versus the Packers defense. That could be what changes the game, which is why I might side with the Seahawks because their offense is pretty good too. And the Packers defense is kind of lacking if it hasn't changed that much from last year, which I can't think of any notable changes except for that one corner. They got Clinton Dix. Oh, it's so tough. Ooh, I'm going to pick the Seahawks. Oh, gosh, it's so hard. I'm going to pick the Seahawks. Dang. We got 4 more. What? We got 3 more because the Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the Giants, sadly enough. But we have the Carolina Panthers at the San Francisco 49ers. I think this is a pretty easy one to predict because, you know, last year the Panthers were one of the worst teams. 49ers also one of the worst teams last year. I burp so much right now. 49ers also one of the worst teams, but Carolina is supposed to be one of those teams that's kind of having a bounce back year. Cam Newton's supposed to be really good again this year. He had his slump. He's had time to get out of that slump. Hopefully he will because he's a fantastic player. Everybody loves watching him play. And I think that they will beat the 49ers. I swear, dude. What the frick? Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Minnesota Vikings. Adrian Peterson said he wants to stick it to his former team. The Vikings still have a good defense, but I really want to see that. I want to see Adrian Peterson back in action. I want to see it so bad. I want to see him truck some fools. If I don't see it, then I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm going to freaking go to Roger Goodell's house and punch him in the face. Not, for more than just that reason. But I'm going to pick the Saints to win this game because Adrian Peterson. Oh, dang, bro. Next, we got the Chargers at the Broncos, and I think this should be the easiest one, except maybe the Steelers at the Browns. But Chargers, Broncos, who's gonna win? Freaking Broncos, duh! You're stupid. Under the lights, in freaking wherever they play, in Denver. It's so easy. It's such an easy prediction to make. The Chargers suck. The Broncos are amazing. It's Monday Night Football. Von Miller. Home field advantage. Under the lights. It's a perfect combination for the Broncos. It's everything that they've ever wanted. That's it. That's all I have to say about it. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, take a swig of water. It's always good to keep your day going. I love water. I love it. Hopefully you guys do have a great week 1 of the NFL and have a great day. And remember to stay special. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to keep that. Remember to stay special, guys. And I will see you in the next video.